Welcome back, everybody. Thursday afternoon. Hope you had a good Wednesday and good Thursday. But it's Thursday evening now. It's Assassin's time. Welcome back to Crypto After Dark. I'm Professor Keith, Carolina Keith, regular Keith, whatever you want to call me. I don't really mind, but I'm here nonetheless. Thank you for all being here. We got some shit to look at tonight. Maybe we're getting our pullback that we've been waiting on. We'll see. Let's get to the chart, shall we? And we shall. Not crypto before dark. That was last night, right? Crypto after dark. All right. Let's go. If you would, please go hit the like button. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. It's free to hit like. While you're there, hit the notification bell and subscribe. We're getting close to 10,000. I've got really cool shit to give away when we get to 10,000, all right? I'm not going to give away what I got, but it's very useful stuff that you guys will use nearly every single day, especially if you're in crypto. So, man, get with it, man. Come on. Let's help it out to get to 10,000. And it'll be you guys that are going to be getting the giveaway stuff, all right? So, please, if you would. Now, real quick, let's go say hey to everybody. And then we'll get into these charts. We'll start with the dollar index, the DXY, which I have pulled up right here in front of me. And then we'll go from there. To the comments. That was a mouthful. Sorry. All right. Win Mullet. What's up, brother? Said Brittany. We want Beyonce. Sir. Sir. Listen carefully. We don't talk bad about the Queen Brittany. You understand? Thank you. All right. Let's get back to it. I love me some Britney Spears. That's all there is to it. Somebody actually knows who it was. It was on the thing right there. That makes me super happy. Okay. So, good to see you, Mullet. Frank, Mullet's an OG, man. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Mullet, and people like Mullet, all right? It's very important to me that he's on here, and I thank him every time he's here. What's up, Tank? What's up, Frank? Good to see you, brother. Big Tex, what's up, my guy? Educated Dummy, good to see you, brother. All right. Sven, what's up? Matthew Moore, good to see you. Ray TA. Let me know if you guys can hear this. I'm going to do an applause sound effect. I think you could hear that, but I'm not sure. All right. Good to see you, Ray. Ray's working on some really cool bot shit over in the Discord. We can kind of explain that a little bit later. But, you know, there's a lot of bullshit going on right now about bots. And, you know, we've been talking about bots for like 4 years on here. Just now, people are starting to act like they're magical and they need them all of a sudden. We'll talk about that later. I don't want to get into it yet. All right. Anyway. Good shit going over on in the Discord, right? Mateo, good to see you. Jag, Osiris, Ghost Guy, Tari21, Paulo K, good to see you, brother. Lunatic Prophet, Sleep Coil, dope name. Frumpo, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Rope-a-dope. Robbie D said, thank you for your amazing work. Bro, he's got the Digibyte logo. I still have my Digibyte. I've scaled out a little bit because of what I see happen on the charts, but I haven't sold it all, right? And it's one of the few charts that are sitting over top of the 200 is sitting right on top of it. We'll get to that in a minute. Thank you for coming, brother. Rugsy, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Big Tech, Sun Heights. Papa Nick, what's up, bro? Good to see you. Man's been working, so he hasn't been on here a ton, but good to see you nonetheless, Nick. It's beer and crypto time, my man. What's up, Jeremy? Good to see you, brother. Shannon Peacock. Robbie said, hell yeah, let's fucking go. Crew Jones, what's up, crew? Jeremy Monroe, he's not even drunk yet. Josh, what's up, Josh? Cryptos11, he said, hi, Keith, great to be here, and thank you, brother. Colo, what's up? Tough call, Frank. I mean, it's Brittany, but Beyonce hasn't had the surgery. Listen, don't talk bad about Brittany, bro. I'll ban everybody. We'll shut this down. We'll shut this down and go do something else. We'll go watch golf or something. But we're not going to talk bad about the Queen Brittany, okay? There are rules. We don't talk bad about Brittany. The camera looks funky like this. Hang on a second. I don't know why. It looks odd to me. And that's kind of out in the middle of everything. But I can tell it was like twisted or whatever. That's whatever. That's not any different for you guys, but it's different for me, okay? I can see it over here in the corner of my eye. Anyway, Brand Full, what's up, Brand? Good to see you. Cycling Cotton, Danette, good to see you, Danette. All right, let's get into the chart. So I've got the dollar index pulled up here. What's important about the dollar index? All right. So the dollar index is in a culmination of currencies, but what we've noticed is a generality of a correlation between the dollar index, and crypto. They tend to move in the opposite directions, much like Tupac and Biggie. They move in the opposite directions, okay? Both of them ended up passing away. Not the point. The point is they both move in opposite directions, East Coast and West Coast, all right? Rarely do they cross paths and run in the same direction. So what we've seen from the dollar index in the last several weeks here, really since October, is a tapering off in the power or the strength that you see of the dollar index. This was up at around 114 on the dollar index. In case you don't understand, 100 would be flat, 0, regular, right? 114 is where we were. That's a bit nuts, right? Way, way high. Now, inversely, at that same time, crypto is taking its leg down. Very, very hard leg down. Now, I'll pull up the side-by-side charts for you here so you can see them. All right, let me grab, let's just do Bitcoin because it's cleaner and easier. I could show you total market cap, but it's the same no matter what I show you. Doesn't matter. It's the same. So, pull this back up here. Like so. Scale it down a little bit. I can take these indicators off so you only see candles. All right, so on the left here we have the dollar index. And on the right, you have crypto, Bitcoin. All right. So if you look here, you can see, let me scale these where they're pretty darn close to each other. All right. If you look on the left, you can see my cursor, and you can see on the right, the cursor matches it because the timelines are identical. Okay. So right about, I don't know, 2 months before crypto really started running up, you saw the dollar index start to creep up with crypto at the same time. As the dollar index continued to grow and gain strength, you see on the right over here that Bitcoin started to pull down. And it got more rapid and more rapid and more rapid and more rapid. And it goes all the way to the bottom right here where crypto eventually stops. And right as soon as crypto stops, I say as soon as, more like about a month before crypto stopped, the dollar index topped out right there. See that? Dollar index kind of topped out. And crypto kind of bottomed out. Now, dollar index starts a leg down. Crypto starts a leg up. Now, here's where the differences get a little interesting. All right. I'm going to jump back to a single screen here. And I'm going to use just the dollar index for a moment here. I shared the thumbnail that I shared for a reason. Number one, I love me some Britney Spears. But she was pointing right to high time frame support. What do I mean by high time frame support? High time frames to me are anything higher than daily, but specifically monthly and weekly, all right? And you could throw quarterly charts in there as well if you'd like, which would be like a 3-month chart. But more specifically to me, it means weekly and monthly. We use those all the time on here. We talk about it all the time. And it's very important. Oh, if you guys hadn't done so, by the way, you guys over in the chat, here's the link to the stream. Put this on your social media everywhere, whether that's Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, wherever. Go shoot it up everywhere so we can get as many people in here as we can, all right? I want the word to spread. I want to help as many people as possible because we're getting buying opportunities here, all right? These buying opportunities that don't come very long. So when we get these buying opportunities, we got to seize them when we can and ride them till they die. So anyway, high time frame support is being hit back here, as you see. These two red lines right here represent the different levels of support that the price has back here to hold up, all right? This will keep the price, whether that be temporary or long-term, doesn't necessarily matter. It'll keep the price from falling too far dramatically past these levels right here. And you can go back in history and kind of see this has been an important level overall. All this back here from 1986 to 2001, all that was very strong levels right there. And you see every time it gets to these levels, it kind of bounces around a little bit. It doesn't just smash right through them very often. Even when this run up happened in 15, you see it kind of got hit, and finally pushed through. It took a little bit for that to happen. It didn't happen quickly. Here's the same situation happen. You're coming back down to this level now. So a general rule for buying and selling or doing any investing, it doesn't really matter what it is. Simple rule here. You buy support, you sell resistance. And I'll type that on the screen for you, okay? Buy support, sell resistance. I didn't spell it right, and that's perfectly fine. So, as you see, we are hitting support. Does this mean you buy crypto? No, this is the inverse. The dollar index has come down to a support level. And since it's come down to a support level, it's likely that this dollar index starts to make a bounce up. How far? Not necessarily important right now. The more so point is it's hitting support and it's trying to not fail anymore. If that's the case, then risk assets. And what is a risk asset? A risk asset is anything that's volatile in price, be that Bitcoin, crypto in general, stocks, bonds, equities, money markets, forex, doesn't matter. You're going to see wonky movements when this thing starts to go back up the other direction. All right. What does that mean? Well, we had a nice, fun run up here from the beginning of the year all the way till now. And literally now is the first time we're seeing moments where things are starting to sell off a little bit. And I'll show you those in a moment. More so, again, we buy support, we sell resistance. So the more smooth play here is to bet against anything dollar related, take the dollar, and sell risk assets. In fact, before this stream started, I scaled out 25% on almost every position I've got. Why did I do that? Because I don't want to take massive risks, knowing good and well this is not the real bull market. Okay? This is not the real bull market. Hasn't happened yet. All right? Now there's some bullish moves happening, but you're not in a bull market. There's a big difference. Okay? Bull market won't really come back till 2024. Maybe a little before 2024. We'll be charting it every single week right here. If y'all haven't done so, please go hit like. We got 51 people on, 40 likes. If everybody likes, we'll have 51, and YouTube will instantly start sharing us around for us. We won't even have to do anything. So let's go into where it could go and what may happen, all right? I'm going to pull this from all the way back from the bottom of the move here in 21 to the top, and let's see what kind of retrace we've had so far on the dollar index here. Now, this is weekly, not daily. All right, so this is big moves. I'm going to start down here. I'm going to pull it up like so. What we see here is the dollar index is kind of bouncing right off the 50 Fibonacci line. Now, the 50 Fibonacci line is not technically a fib line. More so, it's halfway, or a 50% reduction from the bottom to the top. All right, so halfway in between those is about where we're at right now. Just so happens to be where support is. So there are two levels here that I think matter the most. Number one, $1.01 or $1.02. The next level is $1 flat. All right. If those levels fail, that points us back here to $98 or $96. Now, I think that may eventually happen, but I don't think it's going to happen yet. All right. I feel like, I'll not say I feel like, it looks like things are changing for the better for the dollar index and for the worst as far as risk assets. Now, is it going to hold this 50 Fibonacci line? It looks like it, but I can't be for sure. So let's go down to the daily and look a little closer. And as you see, it already broke this dotted trend line right here. So again, it doesn't lend itself to be magically great. So what do I see happening that could play out here? Well, let's assume for a moment that this is the top for sure, because it looks like it is. And let's assume that for sure this is the bottom for the moment. All right, I'm going to remove this trend line right here because it's very obvious this is a downtrend. And we got these fibs. We know the 50 Fibonacci line is right in between these two red lines. So we can kind of erase this. We know what we've got to work with there. Let's start at the top here and pull down. All right, if we're following the trend here by these candles up the top, we're following the trend down. This is the recent downtrend, and this is the levels, if we're assuming we've already hit the floor here, that we need to maintain and watch. First level, 104.5. Second level, 106. More importantly, here come the big levels, all right? The 50 Fibonacci line at 107, and the golden pocket up here at 109 to 110. Could those become the new highs? Yes. I'm not sold on that. And the reason I'm not sold on that is you could just get a small little bounce here. What do I mean by a small bounce? Perhaps all we do is make a little move up here to the 236 and roll over and fail some more, okay? It's fully likely that that happens. What kind of lends us to believe that's a possibility? Well, if we start putting other stuff up here and give you a more broad look, you see that the 200 moving average is at about $106. The 50 blew right through the 200, made a death cross, just blew right through it and never stopped. That was our first signal that this is a bit unsustainable. Beyond that, the 100 moving average, which is the blue line, is pointing down toward the 200. This is all going to happen and cross. And as this happens and crosses, we should get price action moving back, just like these candles right here did. Let me zoom in here so you can see it a bit better. These candles right here moved up whenever the golden cross happened. Right there. That golden cross happened and you got some candles react to it. You've got an upcoming, damn it, you've got an upcoming 100, 200 moving average cross in the works. When's that going to happen? Let's pull up our moving average extensions. Thank you for trying to map for this. This is an indicator that's in our Discord. It kind of gives you a preemptive area of where the moving averages may go to. All right. And it looks like we're going to get a 100, 200 cross about February 15th. That looks like that's what's going to happen. About February 15th will be the moment where the 100 and the 200 cross, if nothing else changes. Nothing else changes. Now, that could extend out a couple more days if we get price action up. So that would have to break through what looks like the 50 moving average that's going to be forming up down here. See that? Those dotted lines, that's the 50-day moving average extension showing you where it's likely it's going to go. Let's pull those averages back up. Now, we haven't broken anything significant yet. Not the 8 EMA, not the 21 EMA, nothing. So there's no super panicking needed right here. This is why I only scaled out a little bit, because this thing could just come up and bounce and hit the 21 EMA, the purple line right here. It come up and bounce and hit this 21 and stay down here and go down more. Fully possible that that happens. Just noting that we've hit support here. And when we hit support, we want to try to buy. If we look at other indicators, all right, RSI took a beating. Never quite went oversold, though. See that? Never quite got oversold. Came close, but never really did it. So, again, lends me to believe maybe a little bit more down left. Again, I've got two red lines marked there, okay? MACD starting to turn up, though. It already turned up and crossed one time down here, failed, turned up and crossed again. Yet the price continues to come down. Now, that's not bullish divergence to me. I don't trust the MACD that much. It's just moving average, convergence, divergence. It's not really a strength indicator. RSI is better for that. Yet, RSI hasn't shown me anything significant either. Now, you could argue that maybe you've got a little bit of bullish divergence, but that's nothing to write home about. That little leg right there, that's nothing to write home about, really, honestly. So, there's your options. We either fail more to 100 and 100.5 and maybe 100 flat, then roll back up. But this looks pretty accurate. So to me, 104.5 looks like a decent number. What's that going to do to crypto? Well, that's what we'll get into next. Let's assume that that dollar index comes up there and creeps up and just goes to the 236 somewhere right in here, or right in here to the 382. I'm assuming that's all we're going to get. Okay. Now, what's that going to do to crypto? That's the real big question here. And I think the important answer lies in the charts. So this is the CME chart. I'm going to use the CME chart tonight for Bitcoin because I feel like it's a little smoother, right? A little bit more consistent data. So we still know we have this CME gap right here at 20,000. That looks like a decent target to me. Now, the other thing about this is we've already crept over this trend line. We've already crept over it. And it almost looks like we're back testing it. If you're wondering about that trend line, here's where it's drawn from. And you're not going to see this in linear mode. This is why you need to be in log mode, which is right down here in the corner. You put this in log mode, and none of it makes sense. Linear mode, none of it makes sense. Log mode, you get the bigger picture here, and you see what's going on. You see that we just crept over this trend line, sitting right over top of it now. So is this going to hold while that dollar index resets? Solid possibility. Other option, we creep down on the back side of this trend line down to 20,000. Close that gap, And that's the last move down we get. Solid possibility. All right, solid possibility. In fact, I feel like that's the most likely thing to happen. Now, I don't know how long that'll take. I really don't. By my drawing right there, middle of March, seems like a little bit too far, realistically speaking. So, next option. By the way, when I say I think that'll happen, I mean I think 20,000 level is going to get tested. Number one, it's psychological. Number two, there's a gap there. We need to close it. All right, so the other option is we fail this trend line altogether. All right, when we fail this trend line, we roll over and fall under and come back under here and hit 20,000 and have to bounce back over again and try to go up again. That's the other option. Honestly, that one's likely as well. Just pointing out the obvious here. And I'm going to show you some of these other indicators so you can understand. You saw the dollar index was pretty much oversold, but not quite. Yeah. So the RSI on Bitcoin is scraping the ceiling for the last week and a half. Super unsustainable. Can't keep this up. Keep this pace up and it'll never keep going up. Matter of fact, it'll roll over and play dead for a long time. So, probably needs to reset. Look at the MACD creeping together right here. Big divergence the last time we did a live stream and talked about this on Tuesday. And that divergence has started to close some, right? And it started to converge somewhat. You're seeing buyer volume fail. Still more buyers than sellers, but buyer volume is starting to fail. And you're way up high. Haven't been this high since April. And that was in the middle of a bear market too. So, here we go. Are things resetting? We're about to find out. Now I'm going to show you a couple alts to show you MACDs that are turning bad and RSIs that followed that. And one of them that's a good example here is Mana, Decentraland. Look at this MACD. Look how high it went and went ahead and rolled over and folded. All right. This is already starting on some alts. It's likely that this one's going to be done for a while. It's going to have to take some time to reset and come back down here and do its thing, isn't it? See, that's going to take some time to reset. That MACD being that high, which it hasn't been that high since February of 22, which was the end of the bull market. Look at that MACD, by the way, on that thing. Jesus. That was the bull market. Look what you've done since then. This little shit, and this little shit. Nothing. Like I said, this is not a bull market. All right? This is just an upward retrace in the middle of a bear market. More so. Let's look at the RSI. Same damn story. RSI through the roof and has started to tick back off. About time, right? She's back down in the purple zone, trading down here now. Possibilities here that I see. This could just run to the 50 line and bounce. It could run to the 40 line, which is the second action line, which we talk about all the time. About right there. Could run down to that line. And if you look back in history, you'll see how the price reacts to the 40 line as well. See that? All that reaction around the 40. It's a possibility that happens too. That would reset the indicators. Would that match Bitcoin going down to 20,000? Well, I'm pressed on that as well. I'm not positive. I can't be a mind reader or a crystal ball holder. What I can do is say it's a full possibility that that comes up. So leave that in the back of your mind. Possible this thing just flutters out and stalls. It's already kind of done it. Look at the price real quick. I've already scaled out of this one, so my numbers aren't correct anymore over here on my buy. I had this support resistance line right here drawn. It blew right through it. Now it's coming back and sitting on the top of it, as you see. Problem. If I go down to 4 hour, you start to see the workings of failures. We had this nice little pretty uptrend going. This thing went on the bottom, tagged the bottom, and has now created a little mini head and shoulders right here, which is sitting on this red line. That's still good. But if this red line fails, it's done for, and it's going to start pulling back down here. In fact, we may see that tomorrow or the weekend. All right? Be smart here. If I add in some moving averages, you'll see that it does have some support there. It could just catch this 100 moving average and ride up. The other option is it doesn't do that, fails, and goes down here to the 200, and then resets down here. That'd give everybody a pretty good buy-in, wouldn't it? Now, I'm not saying this thing's going to run all 2023. You might get only a little back from it. In fact, if you go back and look at the history, alts are hit and miss on 2023. What's more of a certainty is Bitcoin and Ethereum in 2023. I say 2023. The year before halving is what I'm mentioning here. It's more so Bitcoin and Ethereum, Binance Coin, the top coins that do well. That being said, XRP didn't do well last year before halving. And before you say it was because of a lawsuit, it wasn't. Had nothing to do with anything. That was after the fact. The lawsuit happened after the fact. So, more examples. CRV. Watching CRV, saw this yesterday and said, man, I don't know. That kind of looks wishy-washy to me. This trend line right here broke, and you saw the live stream thumbnail that I had that said ride till it breaks. Well, here's what I'm talking about. This thing broke trend, came back down under, tagged the trend line perfectly, and then failed more. Don't like that. In fact, that looks like that's going to keep going down. We have a new trend here. What is the new trend? Down, folks. Not great. Now, we're not going to rebuy this CRV till we hit support or we break this trend line. So where's support? Jesus, way down here. Got some support way down here. And you could argue that this is some support. Sure. Either way, broken trend and rolling down now. We can pull a fib on this and say, hey, man, I think I know exactly how far we're going to go. Let's grab, yeah, this trend started right here. So let's grab right here, okay? And pull up to here. And that honestly doesn't give us very much time. So not sold on that either. Pull this back here. And let's drag it out a little farther here. That comes out to about the middle of March. So no matter, let's do it this way. Trend broken. 236 fib is at 95 cents. It looks like it's coming back to at least 95 cents. And then at 95 cents, if it can't hold, and that starts a chain reaction that rolls this back down here towards 75 cents. For sure. Now at 75 cents, I'll be looking to buy. I doubt we're going to get a big, huge fall. I just don't see it happening. I'm here for it if it happens. Don't get me wrong. I'm hoping it happens because I had CRV on my list to buy. And it went way faster than I thought it would, way quicker than I thought it would. This falling wedge never tested. Do you see that? It never tested that. Wouldn't it be really something if this thing came all the way back down here and retested this wedge? I'm not saying that's going to happen because that seems unlikely as well. But a run to some sort of support here seems likely for CRV. Let me stop and answer some questions because I've been going for 30 minutes. Before I do that, if you haven't done so, 786unlimited.com. Very easy, 786unlimited.com. That's got our Discord, our YouTube streams, our private consults, and our specials for our Discords over there. Right now we have 2 going. You can either do $16 a month and get 1 free month, or you can do $144 a year, $144 for 1 year, and you get a free 30-minute consult with me. In case you have a hard time learning this stuff, watching me on the live stream, you want to take it to the next level, you're tired of just holding and waiting and waiting and waiting forever and seeing that you barely ever make anything, you're finally making a little bit of money right now, so it feels good. Got to tell you, folks, this isn't going to last. And when you realize, oh man, he was right, this isn't going to last, what are you going to do then? In the end of 2023, you're going to wish you signed up so you could learn how to chart on your own. Learn how to better manage your assets on your own. Over in our Discord, we have a ton going on, all right? We got guys like Ray and EverForward working on bots. We got guys like me who are just charting all the time. We got people running leverage trades who tell you how to do leverage trades. We do a Monday weekly roundup every Monday where we go over all the top assets to see what may be happening or may not be happening. That be stocks, forex, whatever that may be. Okay. We do Wednesday weekly roundups after the question. Oh, we do a questionnaire, not a weekly roundup after our Wednesday live stream, just for you guys to come ask me questions one-on-one. Not to mention, after this live stream, we'll be on a Zoom for multiple hours where anyone can come and ask me any question they want. I'm going to get a little drunk. Who knows what happens, right? This is what we do all the time, folks. I'm a pro. We have other pros in there. Be around people who are smart, know what they're doing. It's the best thing you can do. You'll make your $144 back in no time. You'll save that whenever you sell and the chart goes down. And that'll literally be worth the subscription right there. You can make your money back in literally 1 day. I don't know how else to describe it to you. Let's answer some questions. All right. I was talking like crazy. I'm sorry. What's up, Samson? Sam's Plin. Sam's Plin. Beast Mode, what's up? Adam Man, what's up? Cycling Cotton. Steve B, S&P 500, please. Yes, sir. We'll look at the S&P 500. I'm sorry I didn't see you earlier. My bad. Timeless Travel, good to see you. J 2.0 SXP. All right, let me write this down. I'm going to miss stuff. Hold on. SXP. He says it's already tagged the 200 and snipers from last high. Do you see it going more? Okay. We'll write that down. Dragon, I'm a risk asset. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Frank said, need that pullback. Yes. Anonymity, hi. Got to go back to work. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for stopping in. If you haven't done so, go hit like. We got 62 people on here. If everybody hit like, there's only 4 people left. YouTube will push us up the algorithm. Timeless Travel, hiding from Danny Deep Pockets. CKJ said we're going to the moon. 589, baby. What a clown. Yeah, that's exactly the kind of people who I don't associate with, who constantly don't know what they're talking about, and literally will tell anybody anything to get paid. Super frustrating. Bill Childers, good to see you, brother. Danny Deep Pockets again. Justin Gabriel, what's up? Big Dex, he says, okay, I'm here. What else? BTC 200 moving average will be around 20K soon. So we could see a wick down to that bounce. Exactly right, Mullet. That thing's slowly curling up, but it's sitting right at 20,000. That happens to be where the gap is. Keith, do you see Matic or CRV or other strong L1 being hammered by these? I don't think it matters whether it's L1, 2, 3, 97, 163. It doesn't matter. All assets will take a punishment if Bitcoin and Ethereum come down. That's just the way it is. Architecture, good morning. Good to see you, brother. First time being on this stream because I can't sleep and be up at 5 a.m. I understand it, dude. Tremaine. Oh, shit, it went too fast. Oh, man, my screen jumped. Hey, what's up, Tremaine? Great, good to see you. Could you do ABT USD? ABT. Yep. In the same position as Mana in terms of dying down from there. I don't say the P word. Sorry. Or can that be a bait? Or could that baby run a little more? We'll look. ABT is very extended but not rolling over yet. Would be great to take. Thank you, Mullet. Thank you, brother. Dragon, I just hoard and hodl. Yeah, I hodl nothing, Dragon. What you'll find is we're going to make exponentially more money than anyone who hodls. You'll make money for a couple months while we make money for months and months and months and months and months and months and months. And then when the charts reverse down, we'll sell everything and sit in stable coins while you guys provide exit liquidity to us. And I say that to you not to be mean. I say that to you to understand that when you hold, you provide exit liquidity. In case you didn't know, FTX just hodled. What did they hodl? Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Because they're the ones, right? They're going to do great. They're down 70%. You lost 70% of everything. On top of that, FTX went and did degenerate bullshit, which further caused them more losses, right? Hodling is not the way. You cannot treat crypto like you treat stocks, bonds, and equities. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's far different in terms of movement, percent gains, percent loss. You don't need to worry about PE ratios and all this other bullshit. None of it matters. It's very simple. If the chart goes up, we buy. If the chart goes down, we sell and wait. You'll save so much money and make so much more money. It will blow your mind. I would not be here in this position today if I hodled. I got out of the hodl mentality when I realized those people were full of shit and they were not helping me make any money. Very simple. Let's see. Paulo Keith, I might have not made much percentage on the trades, but surely the assassins helped me not lose. Thank you, brother. Travis Robertson deleted one. Matthew, I mean, can't argue. Big Tex. 4 bottles per bag. Would you line chart an ALBT? I sure will. ALBT. Can you check TWT? I sure can. Oculus Vision, what's up? Good to see you. How y'all doing? How y'all ladies doing tonight? Can you look at Aptos? APT? Yes, I can. All right, let's look at some of these charts you guys have asked. So S&P 500, I've got up here. As you see, she just cracked the uptrend. See that? Just cracked the uptrend. If we pull a fib on this, You'll see that it's touching 786 and just breaking over it. Looks like it has momentum to keep running up. We'll look at the weekly chart or the daily chart. That was 4 hour. Look at the daily chart. You'll see that we have juice on the daily as well. And this may take a little bit of time to play out, but this looks like a winner right here. It looks like it's going to keep going. Now, I will warn you, here is a descending, broadening wedge. What does this mean? Right now, we could be getting that fake out. So, if we don't see this thing stay in Sniper's Alley, which is about 402, if it can't hold 402, then we could get that fake out and roll back down. That fake out and roll back down would send us down here to this 236 level. It came within about 1% of hitting that, never quite got there for me, and rolled back up. So there's a possibility that this thing fakes out. I doubt it. I think it's okay. I think it's going to keep going here. The only caveat I've got is it kind of needs to back test this trend line. And if it can't hold and starts fading back under and hits, let's say 397 or less than 400, really, that could be a sentence of bad luck, which sends us down here to this red box, which, as you see right here, would be the fake out. All right. It's fully possible. So be careful. Note that I said that. Be smart. If the dollar starts coming back up, you're going to see these risk assets roll back over, typically. All right. That's S&P 500. How about ABT? I think you already said, Mullet already said ABT, but we'll look at it anyway. And before you guys say, you don't have to do that, you can just tie it. No, it's not that simple. It's not that simple. All right. So ABT, way up on the RSI. Humongous candles right here. Tagged the 71 golden pocket, stopped. Not a bad time to take profits. I'm not saying take everything. There's never a bad time to take profits. By the way, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. I'm just some dude on the internet. All right. But this thing shot up really far, really fast, and I'm not sure this is sustainable. Kind of looks like Aptos, which I'll pull up next. There's Aptos. A similar move, right? Similar move where it blew through. Get these fibs on there. It blew through and even extended past the fibs, past where I thought it would, and kept going. So maybe it's dying over now. But all the way up to 1.618, where you saw ABT was only back here at 618. That being said, look what this RSI did. This one slowly crept instead of shooting up all at one time. Look how slow this one crept, and then now it's hanging up here. I'm pretty sure APT is going to roll over and stop now. So I'm marking that on my paper right here. And ALBT may go more, but there's never a bad time to get your initial out and let the profits run for you, right? Especially knowing that this is not a real bull market. ALBT. Alliance block. Oh my goodness. All right, MACD curled back up and started going more. You've just about made a higher high. You have made a higher high on the 4 hour, and you're likely to continue running here if it can stay above this very, very sharp trend right here. Like it's razor sharp. Look at this trend line right here. Ooh, that is so sharp. So 13.4 is your level to hold here. Fail 13.4, you're likely to roll over and fail this trend line. This worries me with the way we see Bitcoin and Ethereum kind of playing dead a little bit here, that this may pull over and stop too. It's already way up. Again, there's never a bad time to take some profits, potentially get your initial out or a part of your initial out and play with house money. Just saying, playing with house money is a whole lot better than losing it, okay? TWT. Trust wallet token, isn't it? Yeah, trust wallet token. All right. Now, in terms of what you just saw with the others, doing very well. This one slowed way to hell down. So, good news here is you're still hanging on to this trend, right? There's still a trend right here that hasn't failed yet. It's still trugging along, doing pretty darn well if you look at it, right? Still sitting on this trend line. If this trend line fails down here, that's when it's time to bail, in my opinion. That's what I would do if it was my money. If this breaks this trend line, Keith tucks tail and runs. Hasn't done it yet. So play it smart. Be ready for it. If I see a candle or two close under that, for me, I would probably exit out. Hasn't happened yet. So, play it smart. Let me get something to drink real quick. No alcohol, just Gatorade tonight. Try not to drink too much. We're not in the bull market yet. But things are a little bullish. So I haven't shaved. I did trim, but I haven't shaved. So I'm going to keep this if we keep going up here. And I don't think it's time just yet. If we get that last push down to 20,000 or better, that'll be when I stop shaving. And we'll keep it all the way to the summer. Through the summer. Once we hit summer, I'll probably stop. Shave it all off, and then we'll wait for the bull market. Now, when the bull market comes, hey, baby, big beard time. And fiance is going to be pissed. Trump wallet token. Thing about APT is they have like 60% of tokens on VCs. I don't give a shit about any of that. None of that matters to me. I'm just buying and selling the chart. I don't care who owns the tokens, how many of them they have, blah, blah, blah. That being said, if it's a scam or a Ponzi, I don't want anything to do with VCs holding anything. There's many, many tokens that are like that, where the owners or the people who developed it have a ton of tokens. They can just drop them out whenever they want. I don't want nothing to do with that bullshit. But usually when it's on KuCoin, that's not the case. So they're not going to run and tuck tail most of the time. So, and if they do, you'll be able to sell. Don't worry about it, right? Just be ready to pull out when the time comes. Don't freak out. When it gets there and you got good profits, take your profits. I don't really care who owns it. I don't worry about tokenomics at all. None of that matters to me. You're going to see people make videos about tokenomics and how you have a master guide to tokenomics. All that's bullshit. None of it matters. None of it makes you any money. It's all gibberish if it doesn't make you any money. And as we know in crypto, for vast periods of time, me and Mullet talked about this years ago, but there are vast periods of time when you don't need to be in anything at all. There's nothing that you need to own. Nothing. They're no good for anything. There's no charts that are going up. Why are you buying stuff? It doesn't help anything. What are you doing? Why buy it? You're not making any money on it. In fact, you're losing money. Right, but I really, really like the team. Fuck out of here. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't care. This is a mean statement to say. This is a mean statement to say, and I say it with the best of intentions. So I don't want everybody to take it. If you have a favorite coin or a favorite chain, I don't really care what your favorite is. Maybe your favorite is XRP. Maybe your favorite is AVAX. And you want to go buy some tokens on that favorite chain because you trust the team. I need you to understand something. None of those people give a shit about you. Not a single one of them care about you. Their job is to make money, just like it's your job to make money, right? You're investing money to make a return, to make more than you put in. Who cares who the people are if it doesn't make you any money? Please, please hit the charts and see when the best time to buy and the best time to sell is. Likely, if it doesn't feel right, it looks wrong, things seem fishy, why the hell are you involved with it? What are you doing? There is no such thing as quick money. It won't last, even if you do make some. If you do manage to make some money out of a Ponzi, you got lucky, because most people don't. So please, please, I implore you, take this shit into your own hands, hit the charts, and figure out when the best time to sell is and the best time to rebuy is. No one's going to strangle you for working hard. All right? I promise you. No one's going to get mad at you and go, what an idiot. He's on the charts. And if they do, fuck those guys. You don't need to be around them anyway. Okay? That sounds mean, but I mean it with the best of intentions. And a good quote to remember, like after I say that, right? A good quote to remember is, some of the worst things ever done or the worst things ever said were done with the best of intentions. Right? I get that. Same time, sometimes I got to be the bad guy and say stuff. I'll just be the bad guy and say it. Whatever. If you guys need an enemy to have, fuck it. Let it be me, man. Whatever. If I'm the bad guy who helps you make money, then I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. You're going to have a lot of people in this crypto space, a lot of people in this crypto space who would rather blow smoke up your ass than help you make money because they care about their own money and not you, right? I need you guys to understand. I want all of us to succeed together. And that doesn't mean you buy what I buy. I don't care. Buy what you want. Don't buy. Don't listen to me at all. But I want all of us to succeed together. I share in the Discord what I buy and sell, and then I tell everybody, don't copy trade me. Do your own shit. This is just my money. I'm just showing you charts. I can show you 1,000 charts if you'd like to see. You got 1,000 things you want to buy? Well, sure, I'll show you all of them. You're not going to get many influencers who tell you, don't listen to what I say. Don't buy what I do. Just read the chart. Okay? Just read the chart. This is what I do every time I come on here. It's no special sauce. Right? If it comes down to me and you, I'm trying to take your head off. I want to make much money as I can. If it's a fight on the chart between me and you're trying to short and I'm trying to long, too bad, sucker. I'm taking your money. What were you thinking? Okay? Think about that. Tell me another influencer is just going to shoot you straight and not bullshit you and tell you if it comes down to me or you, I'm going to get you on the charts. Right? Think about it. Let's move on. Excuse me. Shannon Peacock with a great quote: "The road to hell is paved with the best of intentions." It's a great way of saying it. Let's see. The team doesn't give a shit about you. Thank you, Frank. APT first unlock is February 11th. Watch what happens to the chart. Didn't we used to have a saying about trusting the team? I forgot what it was. I forget too. Will Martinez, good to see you, brother. Quant, Q&T, I missed that. I'm sorry. Hiram Claytor, optimism, OP. Yes, so look at OP. I have this in mind. My major concern was the massive D word. I don't say those two words, the P word or the D word. I don't use those. That's very immature language for investors, so I don't ever use it. But it was nice to learn it's not quite impactful put like that. Keith, I'm ready to go to war listening. Don't go to war, bro. Don't go to war. Just be ready with your mouse, all right? That's all. Just be ready to hit the mouse and make your money and sell your money, all right? Let's see. Paula VCs will dump on. I said the D word. Damn it. That's a drink. I don't have much to drink. Hang on. Let's do. I said, okay, so this will be my mulligan. If I say the word pump or I say the word dump, that's a drink. Damn it, Keith. I was trying not to drink. But then you had to go and get me to say the D word. So I'm only going to do it when I screw up. Whoo! This is Ron Cologne Rum Rye 50-50 American Rye and Caribbean Rum. It's pretty dope. It's pretty good. I like the spice flavor. It's a little stout, but I like the spice flavor. It's got a good hit. Cherry taste, oak taste. I like it. Huobi token. Yeah, HT. Yeah, hang on. We'll look at that one. Mike Isaac, good to see you, brother. Just said you both. You just said both. So no, that was my mulligan. I can say it just to make sure I'm not. You know what I mean? You just said it, Charlie. Damn it, guys. That's what a mulligan is. That means you get a gimme. The D word used to be Doge, but we're not in the bull market yet. Damn, I wasn't trying to drink either. Hiram says woo. We'll look at woo. That's a token, by the way. I think that's what he's saying. Used to be Ripple coin. Bro, exactly right. Mullet remembers when it was Ripple coin. Angel's Envy shot for the stream after. Cody, okay. We'll look at Cody. By the way, a lot of you guys are newer. And when I say newer, you've been around for a year. We used to do these live streams for like 3 hours. They would go to like 2 a.m. We would do live streams and we would go over every single token in like extreme detail. And there'd be like 6 people watching. And there's 63 watching now, which is pretty damn awesome considering that we've made great progress. Used to just be 6 people. And I know we do these late at night. I can't do them in the prime time. I have kids and a fiance and all of you guys to talk to in the Discord. I don't have time to sit in here and do this. And by the way, wrestling practice was tonight. After wrestling practice, there's a scrimmage on Saturday. After the scrimmage on Saturday, I got to go to the other kids' awards ceremony. After the awards ceremony, hey, look, both girls have beta club and everything else. Man, it's a ton of shit going on, bro. So Hard for me to do prime times. Let's look at some of these other coins you've asked about. Quant. Quant is on my list to buy. However, it's not because I like it. It's just because I think it's got a similar look to Matic and BNB, which I think will do well. That's it. It's not going to be my biggest holding. I'm not a fan of anything. I don't care. I'm here to make money, not friends. All right, so cracking it open here. We look at the 4 hour. This thing is still hanging on to the trend right here. You see that? Hasn't failed yet. It came close. Unlike Bitcoin and Ethereum, still hanging on. And what do I mean by that? Look at Ethereum. Failed, come back up, retest, and it started to pull back down more. You haven't seen that on Quant. Quant's still hanging on to the trend. Did the same thing back here, still holding on. Now, if we look at some indicators, things are trending down. So it appears that it wants to fail, just hasn't done it yet. This may not fail as much. Like I said, Quant, Matic, and BNB are kind of like on their own little pathway. They have their own little different price action fractal. So those are different, and they're going to remain different. I don't think it falls too much farther back 132. That seems like a fair level. Could fall farther than that, but that'd be the first level I look for. How about that for Quant? Looks like it wants to fail. Hasn't done so yet. Especially the daily. Like, it's still got legs. I mean, it could... Jesus, look at the fucking indicators. RSI overbought. MACD's trying to roll over. Yeah, I think we got a pullback coming for it. OP, which is optimism. I should put this on my list because it's a pretty darn big chain. There's a lot of money in it. Kind of looks like Matic as well. Very wonky chart. Still riding this uptrend. This broken downtrend right here is now flipped into an uptrend and has not cracked yet. Close, but hasn't cracked yet. See that? Still going. I mean, let me line that out right. There we go. You could probably draw that a little tighter and not include that wick, and then say it's got a little bit more room. Either way, hasn't cracked. Pretty darn close no matter what. Similar look to Quant. Indicators, same thing though. Rolling over and playing dead. And if you look at the daily, man, this MACD don't look great, folks. That looks like convergence on the MACD, which means way up high, then convergence. Not great. Last time this happened was back here. See that? Not great. So there's never a bad time to take profits. That's what I'm going to say. Wobie token. I bought some of this. It's on my shitter list. If you guys don't know what the shitter list is, why aren't you in the Discord hanging out? 786unlimited.com right there. Get you to the Discord. 786unlimited.com. Get you to the Discord. We have 2 different specials. One more again. You can do $16 a month to get a free month, or you can do $144 for a year. And then you get a free 30-minute one-on-one consult. Simply follow the little video in the Launchpass link down there. And all links also down below this on the video. You can use the Launchpass link and do the same thing. Wobie token. So it's in this falling wedge here, and it never broke out of it. You see my buy line. We had a nice day. Well, it looks like a nice day today, but now it's pulled way back. It's flirted with going here, and that's kind of why I bought it. It was flirting with moving up, but hasn't yet. I didn't take a huge risk on this one. It was only $300. I didn't want to take a massive risk on any of my shitters on the shit list. You really should wait for this thing to break out of this fallen wedge. It just hasn't done it yet. We'll look at some of the moving averages. Pinned under all of them. Pinned under every one of them. Just playing sideways. So when it finally does break, we'll look for the move up here. It may fall and flutter down here and then break. We don't really know. We have to wait and see. But from the looks of these wicks and shit, it's either going to go down or sideways so far. Oh, okay. Mike Isaac said he just signed up for monthly. Dope, man. Good to see you, brother. We get 1 free month. If you don't like it, you can cancel and walk away for free. All right. That's what's up. You can always just leave if you don't like it. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to stick around if you don't want. It's no obligation. Now, you will be around pro traders and hardcore chart guys every day. You're going to get the best possible charts you can get every single day. Man, what a premium. What a premium. No bullshit on top of that. No one's selling you anything. Holy shit. That sounds good to me. Hey, what's up, Canada Matt? Canada Matt reporting in. Good to see you, brother. We're making some money this bull run. I hope you're strapped in. A wise man once said, no one ever got wrecked taking profits. His name was Mullet. Thank you, Frank. Ifran, if you give it a minute, it'll sync up. There's nothing I can do. It's stupid. It's part of the YouTube lag. All right, let's look at some more. Let's look at Woo. Oh, damn it! I can't type. What an idiot. There we go. All right, Woo did a great move, but as you see, just like others, you had this really nice uptrend, and now it's cracked. Now that it's cracked, you're starting to see the rollback. It's almost exactly like Ethereum and CRV. See that? Had that nice move up. Now you've tagged the bottom of that trend line, started to roll back down. You have a bit of a head and shoulders forming right here. Not great. Looks like it wants to peel back some more. How far back? Great question. Let's measure and see. I'm going to say right about here is a good number, about 14 and a half. But let's see. About 14 and a half. 14.6 is the 618. 15.9 or 16 is also some support right in here. There's some support that could catch. Looks like it's rolling back nonetheless. It's already broken the 236 line. That's heading back to at least 17.3. And then you got 16, 14.5, 13.5, and 13 in the way. A lot of different levels there to get hit. Let's look at moving averages. Yeah, the 200 moving average is right down here, about 16 cents. So that seems like a decent target. 17.3 first. All right. That's what I got for Woo. I had looked at that a day or two ago to buy it myself, and I decided no. It already kind of topped out. Made the right call on that one. COTI USD. I got to spell it right, you idiot. There you go. All right. Cody running up with reckless abandon. Look at that thing go. I was hoping Algorand did this. Just never did. It's the exact same look for Algorand. Pushing through this resistance level, going all the way to the upper resistance level. Right there. You see it's kind of butting into it now. See if it can hang on to it. That's a lot all at one time. RSI pegged, MACD pegged. This is going to slow down eventually here on Cody. Yet again, I'm not telling you what to do, but there's never a bad time to take profits. How much farther could this go? So let's pull a fib on it and see. It's running out of time, first of all, but it could go all the way to 14 and a half or 16. That being said, that's not a guarantee. More so than anything, remember, please, that we are not in a bull market and things can turn on a dime. So you better be ready to pivot yourself. Good pullback levels here for Cody. Now, this is also a stopping point about 13.3. This looks identical to FTM. Good stopping point here at 13.3. Like I said a minute ago, this is kind of overextended. A good rebound point would be about 90 cents, 90 to 91 cents. Seems like a spot where it might turn around and stop. So that's been an hour. That went by fast as hell, honestly. I wasn't expecting that to go by so fast. So we'll be back Tuesday. We'll carry this conversation on in the Zoom after this. Those of you who are members of the Discord, come over to the Unlimited chat. Hop in the Zoom, hang out, ask questions, be a part of the team. Oh my God, you have the chance to come talk one-on-one at any time on Thursday nights like this and hang out and ask anybody from the team any question you want in voice chat, in person, on Zoom. Please come take advantage of that. I want you guys to remember this in the words of Jay-Z. I want the best of your todays to be the worst of your tomorrows. And in the words of the late, great, notorious B.I.G., y'all could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to be here with me. I appreciate that so much. Thank you all. I'll be back Tuesday, 11 o'clock p.m. Till then, see y'all on the next stream. Y'all be good. Peace.